So Ethan, we're out at the Grange here and we're talking about road bowls, which is your second specialised subject, I suppose, apart from football. But so tell us a wee bit about road bowls. Like, how did you get involved? What's the competitions?
Suppose involvement. It's just a mile up the road is my granny and granddad's home. They'd have been the ones that sort of got us into it. He's an All-Ireland veteran winner from the 90s, Aidan told, so probably kicked off there. He might have got it from his father too, and came down through the tolls to us. So we would have started up there, just practicing shots down the bottom of the hill in Moray, throwing up and having fun with it, I suppose, at an early age. And then we get into competitions then when we were younger, a few championships and stuff. Yeah, so I have an uncle, Michael Toll. He holds the record. He's 10 All-Ireland titles, so there's an unveiling of a plaque for him in Katie Tassa down beside Shields this weekend. So yeah, look, it's quite prominent in our family. Auntie there, she's a couple of All-Ireland senior ladies titles too, so that's sort of where it kicked off for us as a family, and it's just been filtering right through. The wee grandchildren now are throwing it at the same time. We competitions around Tullythorne and Blackwater and the Grange here, so that's sort of how we've got into it, and it just keeps going from strength to strength.
On road bowls itself, Ethan, suppose tell us what's the rules, what's the competitions. I know, like, we'll come to your All-Ireland success, like, you'd be down in Cork, so, like, just explain for people maybe who aren't familiar with it, what are road bowls?
We sort of explain it like it's the same principle as a hole in golf, in a sense that you'll have a start and a finish. So whoever gets from the start, so we could start here, say, Sean, and we can go a mile and a half down the road, and whoever gets from A to B in the least number of shots, as in throws, will win it. If I get to near the finish line in 13 and you're maybe on your 15th, they can call it off early, score's over because there's only maybe one to go and you're two up. That sort of a principle, but that's sort of how it works, and you're sort of obviously navigating the environment. In a sense, corners, you can have cap bullets, so if we're throwing up around this corner and there's a home there, they'll be quite protective of the environment, so they'll put a cap line. So if you're coming to the cap line, they might throw something down to stop it, just to protect people's homes and stuff, obviously, because you're throwing around public places and public roads, so you have to be careful in that sense as well. But yeah, it's A to B to a 28-ounce bullet, and whoever gets there in the least number of goes wins.
And I suppose the competitions, like the road bowls in Armagh, I know we're out in the Grange here, there was road bowls through on the Rock Road in Armagh, out at Modden. I know they have a couple of All-Ireland champions this year as well, so it's just pockets of road bowls really throughout the county?
Yeah, pockets throughout the county. We started up our own club here in the Grange. Mark Toll, Pat Hagan, a couple of fellas have done a lot of work and got a club up and going. And there's a club actually in English as well, so that's County Tyrone. You have Blackwater and Tullythorne, neighbours to us. You have the Rock Road, as you say, and you've got Katie Tassa, Modden, and then there's out Armagh Road as well, and then there's Drumcairn, which is actually just right beside where I live over the road. So a lot of pockets of clubs, and it's hopefully come from strength to strength. Now, Cork's a lot bigger than ours, like as a county, but even as clubs as well. The All-Ireland we threw in was in Castletown, Kinna for 2 years there, and next year it'll move. I think it's going out to Macroom is where the All-Irelands will be, so there's a lot of pockets there, and it just hopefully there's out in Mayo as well, out in the west there's a few clubs, and there's actually a club in Boston as well. They've had a few of the junior All-Irelands there, so it's been going well.
Ethan, we have the cup beside us here. This is your senior All-Ireland trophy, and we'll come to it in a second, but I suppose last year you won the intermediate All-Ireland. Tell us a bit about that. Where was that, down in Cork, or where was that?
It was, yeah, so it was in a club, Castletown, Kinna. It's actually just not far from Clonakilty, out where the Michael Collins ambush site was, so that was last year. It's always in Cork, it's always on the 12th weekend, so there's a bank holiday on the Monday, so it gives people the time to sort of go down for the weekend and enjoy themselves. So I was throwing a fella down there in the intermediate final. It was on a Sunday, so it was funny enough the day after the Kerry game, so myself and Danielle, my wife, we headed down after the Kerry game to throw in it. I'd been intermediate for a while before getting to the final. Obviously the year before I missed out on the final just with the injury, and then got back in again, so I was happy to get there, and then thankfully won it down there.
And the big thing after it was you shouted 1 down, 1 to go.
Aye.
There was 2 weeks, obviously, to the All-Ireland football final after it.
Yeah, so the intermediate was a bit of a nervy one. It was nip and tuck. Obviously in the bullets world, it was quite documented of how much was riding on it, in a sense of the stake, and obviously this aside the bullets, sometimes a lot of gambling and stuff, so there was a lot riding on it, as much as an All-Ireland title, so the emotions sort of came out at the end, and it sort of took off then with the 1 down, 1 to go, so funny.
What's the pressure of that like compared to the pressure of playing in Croke Park and 80,000 people watching you? Different sort of pressure, I assume?
Different sort of pressure. Like the football side of things, obviously a lot more, because it's a group of us and all. We're all trying to chip in together, whereas like with bullets, you're alone wolf, so to speak. So if you're a bit, you're only one bit, but the rest of us, the whole county, sort of is in behind you in the team as well. So much different pressure, but you're just sort of trying to talk yourself through it with the bullets and try and hit the next shot, and try and keep the rhythm and form going during the score.
Is there much of an overlap in terms of road bowls and football, Ethan, during the year? Like, I mean, I know you are training. Like, do you do much training for road bowls, or how do you train for it?
I go a wee bit, like, in my home house there in Drumcairn, it's just below the Harps pitch. So there's a hill up to the Harps pitch, and there's 2 curbs on the side of it, so you can actually go out on your own, and you can throw a shot up. You can put a bit of grass and stuff out to sort of practice your aim, and the ball will actually roll back to you, so you don't have to go chasing it, which is good. But 10-15 minutes, you know, it's not massively strenuous. Like, as long as you're obviously warmed up. I'm in my 30s now, so I definitely need to get a warm up done beforehand. But you're talking 15-20 minutes practice here and there to keep yourself ticking over. Now, before big scores, you'll want to maybe go out to the road that you're competing on, and you'll practice the first shot, really, because it's the only place you'll know that you'll be there. As the score goes on, you could be in absolutely any spot on the road, so practice the first one before score. But thankfully it's not something that is too strenuous that it'll interact with the football side of things. You know, you can get out for 10 or 15 minutes here and there and keep yourself taking over. And
obviously, having won the intermediate last year, you're up into senior this year, so were you expecting to do back-to-back, or how you'd have been an outsider, I assume?
It was definitely an outsider. There was a different back-to-back on my mind at the start of the year, but I wasn't sure if I was going to compete at all, because the standard shoots through the roof when you get the senior, because a brother of mine, he's in the senior ranks, and he was the All-Ireland champion before me. And then Thomas Michael he's probably up there as the best of this generation at the minute. So I knew it was going to take more time to throw senior, so I was sort of contemplating maybe just leaving it for the year. But Thomas unfortunately got an injury and was out, and it was just me and Colin then in the senior, so we knew he was very good. He would work with me here and there, we could fit his scores in and stuff, so I was just planning to get him ready for an All-Ireland, never mind me having a go at it, but it worked out that way, and for the bullet side of things. So when I got there, I was delighted, and I was going to push for it, like, because it's obviously a big tradition in our family, so thankfully brought the trophy back home again.
And how was the final? Was it competitive? Was it tight? Did it go down to the last shot or anything, or how did the final play out?
It was competitive. I got off to a very, very good start. So my first shot, it took him just over 2 shots to beat it. So I got a wee bit ahead at the start. It's funny, I think the second shot was the one that won it for me, because I ditched it. I just threw it across the road, and it helped me settle very quickly, and got going again. And I kept just keeping myself ahead the whole way through, and then near the end I put 2 or 3 good shots together that were beating his, and then got near enough a shot ahead. And then there was only about a shot left, so because I was that advantage, it was just called off then, a shot to go. So it was definitely nervy now, in fairness, because big crowd there, and when you get close to maybe thinking, oh, I have this in the bag, so to speak, you get a wee bit nervy. So it's just about keeping your head on your shoulders and trying to get it over the line.
And how was the celebrations and all? I assume you stay in Cork that night and that weekend and everything?
Stayed down, yeah. It was good old crack. There's a wee bar up there called Cookies, and and it's just straight up my street. Like, it's just a wee small bar. It's no airs or graces about it. So we went in, and he was very good to us. He filled it. Well, he filled her halfway. I don't know if he'd drink the whole thing out of that, but he put a bit of drink in it and gave us a few on the house. So there's music and all there. As obviously it was the week before the hurling final, and all the Cork fellas were in good form. They were sort of hoping didn't go their way, I suppose, in the All-Ireland final day, but it was very, very good crack now in that wee bar, and we celebrated for a while anyway.
I suppose it was after Armagh were knocked out of the championship, Ethan, so it's nearly nice that you have something else to maybe chase or to concentrate on to get your mind off the football.
Yeah, it 100% helped me personally anyway, because it was obviously a rough week after the GAA game, and you're trying to sort of bounce yourself back, and this was just something I could put my head into, and the fact that it went well, it was even better again. So yeah, it definitely helped take the mind off things and focus on something else before maybe going back to the drawing board for football next year.
And you said about how big this was coming home because of the huge family connection and everything with the Road Bowls and the All-Ireland success that your family has had. Coming back with Sam Maguire last year to, not only your family but your club and the Grange and where we are here now, like, what was that like? How was that the experience?
It was brilliant. We would always, the people in the Grange would always laugh for the people from under the Winnie Hill, so the big hill there. So I got to come down it with the cup into the club with a big crowd, like, so it was great, like. So I didn't play a whole pile last year, but it was just good that it was like we all got to enjoy it, and all the wee ones in there, and it obviously was a proud moment for our club, but it was definitely a proud moment for me now.
And what was there a best moment? Was there a highlight of what, from the final whistle, I suppose, to the couple of days after it, what was the thing that stuck with you? Maybe a few?
Yeah, there was a few. Like, there was a lot now, in fairness. It was definitely enjoyable. Probably seeing Mum and Dad at the final whistle was great, like, and my sister was there and my wife. Then that maybe half an hour after the game, 45 minutes, and I got up to see my granny and granda. My granda wouldn't be fussed on heading too far from the house, like, so he made the trip down. So just seeing all them there and just getting to hug them and celebrate that wee 15-20 minutes with them was probably the highlight of it all.
And I know, like, 2025 didn't go Armagh's way, but going again next year, when does preparation start, or when do you start? I know of the club championship coming up as well, so I suppose you don't be thinking about Armagh maybe to October, November time, is it?
I suppose you're always sort of thinking about it. It's just we'll not, maybe collectively, we'll not catch up till after the championships are over, or maybe even close to it. Sure, by the time you get to semi-final stage, there's only 4 teams involved, so a lot of guys maybe are sitting on their hands anyway doing nothing. So we'll get together, like, because it's good just to keep everyone in touch, and obviously you don't want to be losing too much headway with the likes of fitness and stuff and all to other teams that are out as well. So we'll there's obviously rules and regulations in about when you can train, so we'll find out what they are, because it's change every year. So we'll find out when they are and take it from there.
And obviously we have the Win with Armagh campaign now. You've spent your entire career at Callan Bridge, so will you hang about maybe to get a go in Portadown as well?
I genuinely hope it's still there whenever I'm hanging about. But yeah, look, it's a brilliant initiative. It's probably something it is something that's long overdue for us as a county. Callan Bridge has been an unbelievable servant to Armagh. Like, the 2 All-Ireland winning teams came out of it, but we definitely think we need a bit of an upgrade. So yeah, we're all trying to get in behind this Win with Armagh campaign and get Portadown up and going. It'd be great to see. I think it'd be great for the county as well. It'll promote the football up around Portadown as well, North Armagh. So it'll be great whenever we get it up and going.
Yeah, and we're about a couple of weeks out now from the draw for the house in Uri. So, as Ethan says, we're encouraging everybody to get behind it. It's only £20 a ticket, and the prize is an unbelievable house in Uri. Great location, great view, and everything else that goes along with it. So keep supporting the Win with Armagh campaign. And Ethan, thanks very much for the chat.
Thank you.